Hey, this is Scott. I really been enjoying this mod. It's basically Ultimate Apocalypse, but with like 3 changes, and it's really fun. I just really enjoy Imperial Guard. I really like the build order, the play style. And what's crazy is it's not even, I would even say it's the strongest faction. It's really good, but I don't think it's the strongest faction in the game. I actually lost the Necrons a little bit ago because they just spam vehicles, and I had like 10 Lehman Russes, and I still lost. Their destroyers just killed my Lehman Russes in like 2 seconds, which was crazy. I also lost because the map I played on had like 4 listening posts, and Necrons had like plus 1 million. So yeah, I lost pretty hard. So today I want to show you some replays. I will probably go back to Soulstorm soon. I know there's a lot of people who like this sort of thing, and there's a lot of people who don't like this sort of thing. So I'll start with the first one. I got 4 of them recorded. Each one's like an hour because of the way the game works. I want to start out with this one. This is the same quick start map a lot of people are familiar with, but it's like red now. It's pretty much the same, and I highlighted this one out of all the matches I played because it was very basic. Nothing crazy happened, and I want to use this as like a starting point. After this one, I'll show you the more crazier ones. But yeah, I think Eldar, like one tank was just able to annihilate like pretty much everything I had. So I think Eldar is probably like top 3 in this. They're really good. I haven't tried out all of them because again, each one takes like an hour. So yeah. So I started over here. So I get these points here, these 3 here,
ready to serve.
and I get this relic here and this slag depot here. Okay, but yeah, it's the same. It's the same map, but red. The quick start map. Curious Luton. So yeah. So I'll try to explain this mod because I know not everyone have it, and it came out pretty recently. So these conscripts cost 50 points. So I make I think I make like 5 of them. They don't count towards your population, so you can have a maximum of 10. So for like 300 points, you can have 10 squads. That sounds overpowered, but I think every faction has access to that. Every faction has access to 300 point, 10 squads. The biggest difference in Soulstorm, I think, is these listening posts, instead of plus 6, they're like plus 20. I think the generators are the same, but these listening posts are like plus 20. And I did make a lot of mistakes, so it's not like a perfect game. I just want to show you what an average game of Crucible looks like, and why I've been playing it like non-stop. I was pretty soon on quitting Dawn of War because it got really stale for me, and I just lost motivation. But yeah, this mod definitely brought it back. I just really like this build order. I've been playing Space Marines too, because Space Marines have a really, they're always strong. Like level 1 all the way to level 6. They're really, really strong. So I like the consistency. Imperial Guard doesn't really get strong until like level 3. So that's the Space Marine advantage. Space Marine is pretty strong at level 1. So now I have this critical location. So yeah, it's the same map. It's just it just looks weird. I did try out every map, and I would say half of them crash. And that's even without Tyranids. If you have Tyranids on your team, it's pretty much guaranteed to crash, because they'll have like 400 units out at the same time. The computer can use every unit in the game, even the really expensive ones. But it's pretty slow. And it made 2 Hollow Bloods, which is not great. So it does in this building placement is weird. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. Oh yeah, I do make it's hard to see, but I make horsemen. These horsemen are a really strong starting unit. They can even kill commanders. So if your commander is like out and about, these guys can actually kill them. But they don't do well against vehicles. So I try to run away from this vehicle. See, the commander's halfway dead already, just from these 2 squads. Commanders got severely nerfed in this mod. So it's more of a infantry game, infantry kind of playstyle. It's not, you know, make commander and get like 20 kills. It's not that kind of game. Oh yeah, this is the lieutenant. The lieutenant is a walking barracks. You'll see me just he'll pop out units. Only the level 1 units though. But you can pop out units whenever, which is cool. You can upgrade him. He's got the chainsword and pistol now. You can upgrade him to plasma. So that's cool. And he starts out with 600 health, and maxed out he has like 3,000. So that's a pretty big boost. I pretty much never max him out because it's just not worth it. So yeah, I can just make units whenever. This scene's overpowered. Each unit does like 8 damage, as you can see right here. So each of these guys is 8 damage, so it's not that crazy. These mandrakes are 32, 47, so not too crazy. Going level 2, all my units are like 50 points, so going level 2 is pretty easy. Tactical control, I always buy the builder upgrade first. The builder upgrade like doubles your building speed. You can have as many builders as you want in this mod, but I usually stick to like 5, and that gets me through the game. You can have more. See, I think the Tyranids are over here, and the Sisters. You'll see Tyranids here in a minute. Sisters, the more I play Sisters, the more I think the only way they win is with the abilities, and that's basically it. Nothing else they have is a threat. Only their abilities. Little Chaos fight. I did play Chaos, and it was tough for me to review them. Just like Space Marines, they have a really strong tier 1. But I do think like in this game, or in this mod, Space Marine has access to like as many Terminators as you want, and Chaos doesn't have that. So I think Chaos is a bit weaker than Space Marines, like quite a bit. And here's a Tyranid fight. And like I said, I highlighted this to show off what an average game looks like. So this is a very average fight. For those of you who don't read the books, Tyranids are a bug race that can kill Space Marines. And the only thing they want to do is eat. You know, they're hungry, and they like to eat people. So that's basically their entire motivation. They just want to eat. I have mixed feelings on Tyranids on this mod. Their vehicles, if you can call them that, are really good, but the rest of their units are kind of crap. So I have mixed feelings on it. Inquisition's pretty bad. They have a really strong like tier 5, but other than that, they're pretty bad. And there's another fight over here. I'm sorry, I start making hellhounds. I messed around with everything. I think hellhounds are the way to go. I tried chimeras. I tried the new chimeras, which are like the more gun-heavy ones. You just really need this area of effect damage. Chimeras are just too slow. Even when you can upgrade them so they have like 6 guns, but even with the 6 guns, it's just not enough to cut it. So I really need this area of effect damage. You can upgrade the hellhounds like 6 times. I never tried it out. Once you get past level 2, hellhounds are kind of obsolete. So I never seen what they look like fully upgraded. This is a soul cage or a portal. These portals, if upgraded, can make their buildings invisible, which kind of makes sense. You know, it's Dark Eldar. Eldar can make their buildings invisible. Dark Eldar can do the same thing. Can make their buildings invisible. I noticed Dark Eldar was struggling, so I helped him out. Dark Eldar, I did try them out. They only have like 2 good units, but those 2 good units can win games. So if you just spam those 2, and it's like a tier 3 unit, you basically with Dark Eldar, you don't want to go melee, because even with the poison and everything, it's just not enough to really do much. So you just want to go pure shooting with Dark Eldar, and their anti-vehicle is really strong. That's one thing they fixed. Their Dark Eldar, the anti-vehicle is really good now. So yeah, sisters they're struggling right now, and they're just really ability heavy. See, these are like the Tyranid vehicles. They're just really big bugs, but they're really good. They're more of a distraction unit than anything else, but they're still really good. See, everyone's over here. The Tyranid AI is not the greatest, but it can control like 1 million squads, which is something I can't do. That's the one thing about the AI, is they're really good at controlling just everything. Another thing about the AI is they like to do a forward base a lot, which is something I do. So you'll see a lot of forward bases. I am level 3, but it's hard to tell because level 5 and level 3 looks the same. There's no like building changes. Oh yeah, Pure Guard gets a teleport at level 3, and it took me forever to figure out that you can do that. I didn't realize what this building did. This building lets you teleport your guys, which is the same thing Space Marines can do. So this building here is pretty important for teleporting. And here's another sister fight. This is a pretty strong army. Looks like they got the Confessor in there. But yeah, Grey Knights, or not Grey Knights, the Inquisition really just struggles against everything. They're mostly anti-demon, but I think full power demons beats full power Inquisition. And here I see them struggle. It's like I do Earthshake a few times. It's 200 points, like in Soulstorm, but I have 3,000, so it's fine. And here I got a big army, but again, each one does 8 damage. And see, my Hellhounds are already obsolete. These Vindicators, like one-shot vehicles. They're really slow, but they one-shot vehicles. So yeah, it looks like they're doing pretty well over here. And I forgot about these units for a while, so these units over here will... it's not going to do much. So yeah, when I play guard, I usually go for artillery, because I just find explosions hilarious. Pretty soon you'll yeah, this is the teleport. I dropped my units off here. And these are Kriegsmen. They're not as good as Caskins, but they're pretty close. I want to say they're 30% weaker than Caskins. But Caskins are like 400 points a guy or something like that. So I just don't make Caskins. Or maybe they're like 300 points a guy. But yeah, I don't make Caskins. Even with 4 grand, that's pretty expensive. See, sisters are struggling against this really tiny army, which is why I'm not a huge sister guy. You really need the ability spam in order to win. And Chaos is pretty weak in this mod. If you play them right, you can win a lot. But when you play Chaos, you have to try a lot harder than other factions to win. But you can win with them. You just have to try a lot harder than normal. And here's the Tyranid buildings. They're actually creatures, which is pretty cool. I like that little thing. I was able to teleport my builders, so I can start building a base over here. So I teleported my tech priests. Teleport, deep strike, whatever you want to call it. And these guys here aren't maxed out. They're like, I don't have any upgrades right now, so it's gonna take them a while to destroy this. See, it's got 3,500 health, and it just takes them forever. So yeah, they're not as good as Caskins. Caskins could take this out like no problem. So yeah, I'm reinforcing them now, so they're not. This isn't their full strength. Oh, it seemed like one of the computers died. I'm guessing it was. I think it was a Tyranid here. I think that's who died. So I think it was 2 Tyranids and 2 Chaos, which are pretty below average in this mod. I would actually say Dark Eldar is actually like top 5 or so. I think there's like 10 factions. I think Dark Eldar is top 5, because once Dark Eldar gets going, they're pretty hard to stop. Yeah, not only do they have really strong range damage, they also have all their abilities, which makes them even harder to kill. The only thing about Dark Eldar is they didn't give them like a endgame option. Their only endgame option is like a big old Titan that's really slow, and it takes forever to unlock it. So, and they do, they have Titan like jets, like airplanes, but they're kind of crappy. They're not very good, but they do have that's their like end game stuff, like planes. One cool thing about Dark Elder is they made their Deist of Destruction. It's basically free. You have to pay like 3,000 souls for it. But the thing about Dark Elder is their buildings gather souls. Like these vehicle buildings and the infantry buildings, they gather souls. So you really don't have to worry about. You really just don't have to worry about souls in this game. You get souls like crazy. So something that's 3,000 souls is basically free. Finally able to take out that slag depot. Oh, and I'll show this off. This is a artillery building. It's basically a basilisk, you know. It's a basilisk building. And it's called an Earthshaker platform. I'm pretty sure every shot is an Earthshake round. So every time this thing shoots, it shoots an earthquake bullet. So that's pretty good, cool. They are expensive. They're like 1,000 resources, which is more than a basilisk. That's like 5 basilisks put together. But it's pretty good. So yeah, I wouldn't say their Imperial Guard is actually the strongest. I would say Space Marine's a lot better. But Space Marine's a lot more expensive, so they definitely benefit on bigger maps. Imperial Guard is pretty strong, but it's really hard to manage your buildings on bigger maps. So I think Imperial Guard actually excels. I think they excel on medium maps. That's like, I think that's where, if you give them like 5 strategic points and like a map similar to this, they do pretty well. So yeah, even with like 100 troops shooting at this building, it still takes a while. I don't think they're fully maxed out yet because they have like 8 upgrades. The upgrades are pretty cheap, so it's not like it's not unreasonable to get them all. Oh yeah, and I have more commanders now. I got the Colonel, which is basically the new command squad. The General, you can't actually make Psychers increase. The Colonel does. So here's like the new command squad basically. And I got the Fire Support Lieutenant. She can make engineers anywhere on the map basically. She's probably the weakest commander, but if you do max her out, you're rewarded with a tank with commander armor. So that's pretty cool. See, he's like the new I got an Ogre too. So he's like a new. He's got 6,000 health already, which is double the lieutenant's health. Yeah, I would say Imperial Guard doesn't have the worst commanders, but compared to everybody else, like the Archon's pretty good, the Homunculus is pretty good. You know, it's hard to, and we're getting close to the end here. And I got my new Baneblade, the Stormlord. It's a Baneblade with a Gatling gun and transport. It's got transport capacity. It only shoots like all of his guns at point blank. At long range, it only shoots this gun. So you really want to get point blank with this thing. But yeah, in this mod, Baneblades aren't even like a big deal. They die to like 2 tanks. So in this mod, Baneblades aren't even like a big deal. So yeah, there's just a lot going on. Yeah, I would say half the maps like crash. Even when I'm losing and I have like no army, it still crashes. This one doesn't crash, so that's nice. But we did kill 2 computers, so maybe that's why it didn't crash. It hasn't crashed yet on story mode, so that's nice. See, it takes them forever to destroy this building, and this is like my. Well, this is like a level 3 unit. No, it's like a level 2. You unlock this at level 2. That's right. They're 200. Each squad is 200 points, which is a lot more than the 50-point starting unit. And this yellow aura here is a morale boost, like a commissar. So that's what this yellow aura is. It's like a commissar, basically. And the colonel is giving that boost off. So, oh, I got the general speech going. Can't really hear it because I got the volume down, but the general speech is pretty sweet. He's just saying stuff like, you know, even if you win, even if you kill all of us, we're still proud, and you know, our job was to hold the line and wait for reinforcements. So even if you kill all of us, we still win eventually. That's basically what the speech is, except it's a lot cooler when he says it. I don't even know how. Like, I have no idea how modding works, but I don't know how they added new voice lines for older characters. I have to imagine that's pretty hard. So yeah, what's crazy is this is just like a basic army. All this stuff here is like level 2 units. So this is a pretty basic army, and look how big it is. Let's see. I'm going level 4, which is yeah, unlocks nukes. Nukes cost like 40 grand, which is fair because it you can kill a player with one nuke, even if they're like level 4, level 5. Nukes just like it's a player killer. And if you get all the building upgrades, even nukes aren't even guaranteed to win, which is why I think they're level 4. They're not guaranteed to win you games. This white aura here is like a healing aura. The healing's really slow, but they are getting healed. It's all healing in this game is really, really slow. So it's not like a big deal. Oh, what I do like about this mod, and this is a win. What I really do like about this mod, you unlock a building that gives you repair trucks, and these trucks will repair your vehicles for you. It's a lot slower than a tech priest, but you do get repair vehicles, which is pretty cool. So yeah, this was a very average game. I know there was a lot going on, but this was like a very basic game. So you got the Inquisition here. These are like resource towers. If you don't know what the Inquisition are, they tell like kings what to do. Like say there's a king of a planet. The Inquisition's job is to tell the kings what to do. They outrank, you know, if you own a planet, an entire planet, the Inquisition tells those guys what to do. So they outrank. They're pretty high up on the food, you know, chain. Pretty high up on the pyramid. So yeah. Oh, this building here lets you summon Inquisition units, and this building here is actually pretty good. This is like your melee unit building. They're a lot better than the Repentias. So this building here is pretty important. I use this building a lot when I play. Oh, and Sisters have a Bane Blade now, but it's just pure fire. Every weapon on it is fire, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, if you play this mod, Crucible, sisters do get a Baneblade. I think every faction got a Baneblade, so it's not really a special thing anymore. But Imperial Guard is the only one with access to like all of them. You can choose from like 10 Baneblades to buy, each one of a different cost. So yeah, it's pretty sweet. So yeah, this was a very basic game. I'll show you the crazier ones. So sisters got the most kills. That's probably because of Tyranids and their million units. I got more resources than everyone. Probably from teleporting my buildings, engineers around. So I got 300 kills. Only 200 deaths, which is pretty good considering I was spamming 50-point units. So yeah, I was going tier 4, which is the nukes, which are pretty strong game enders. Alright, now for the next one. So that was like a basic one. I want to show you this one here. This is one I just did a couple minutes ago. This is my most recent match. And this one here was pretty fun. I know it's computers, but the computer plays about as well as, I want to say, like 1,000 MMR player. So they're not the worst players in the world. Like I would say they're average, like a little bit below average. So yeah, I would say all the computers are a little bit below average. Okay, you got the demons. This is a demon faction. The demons are like melee only with strong turrets. So if you want to do a melee faction, that's them. They're kind of like orcs in a way. You got the Inquisition again. The Inquisition, because they outrank everybody, they get access to like really fancy stuff. So all their stuff's really fancy. Sisters again. This computer here ends up getting the most points. This computer here did really well. But this computer here just, again, just ability spammed. You kind of have to. Here's me. Now this map was pretty hard to look at. So I couldn't tell, this was it's pretty hard to tell on this map. Like there's one here. I bet you didn't see that. This is like a football field. It's a really pretty map. Like I really enjoy all these buildings. It's a really, really pretty map. But it's so hard to tell where the resources are. And I really like these walls. These walls look good.
I hear the machine spirit's voice.
Another Inquisition. I had it on random. The only one you really need to watch out for is Tau, because Tau is just ridiculous on this mod. It's probably like top 3. Eldar, I want to say Eldar or Tau are like top 3. Orcs are also pretty good. Their offense isn't great, but their defense is pretty hard to break. So that's the thing about orcs. They're really good at outlasting you. So yeah, I would say their offense is pretty bad, but their defense is pretty hard to break. I don't think it's Imperial Guard level defense, but it's pretty strong. In order to go up as orcs, you have to build like 20 banners, and 20 banners is pretty hard to deal with, even with all this new stuff in the game. See, I pretty much always make horse guys now. They're just really pretty strong unit. You wouldn't think they are because of these low numbers, but they're actually a very, very strong unit. I would say they're stronger than guardsmen, like the normal guardsmen.
We did it, sir.
So yeah, they're pretty good. Now this is my first time playing this map, so I didn't know. Like, I didn't really have a build order. I just kind of guessed. I really needed a relic. You need at least one relic. You basically need a relic to play the game. So I don't play maps that don't have relics on them, because you just can't do any of the fun stuff. So yeah, and you need a critical location to go level 6. So I like maps with relics and critical locations. So yeah, the beginning of this is kind of crazy, because I couldn't tell what any of this stuff was, and it's kind of hard to look at. There's just so much stuff to look at. The reason I wanted to show you this off is because I did go level 6, and I did make everything. Not only did I make everything, I used everything. So you'll see every new thing in this mod. So I enjoyed it. Oh yeah, and the computer always runs away. There's like 4 squads here running away from this one squad. The computer just always runs away. There's nothing really you can do about it. And I got this relic gear, so now I can play the game. And I missed this. I didn't see it.
By the Emperor, we've won.
You know what? I just noticed there's a slag depot here. I don't think I ever captured it. Yeah, it's hard to see on this map for the most part. So this is the first fight. It's these screamers here are ridiculous. They start out 2,000 health, which is quite a lot. My commander here, the lieutenant, is just getting beat up. For some reason, the horses ran away, which is annoying. But yeah, you can't win this fight. He's level 1. He doesn't have any upgrades. But yeah, I go 2 horse guys and a commander, because the commander can just make units, so I don't have to worry about micromanagement. So yeah, this is a pretty rough start for me. These flesh hounds are pretty good. Seraphims are pretty useless in this mod. They can jump, which is good, but everything else about them is pretty bad. Oh yeah, one nice thing about this mod is every unit can use every grenade type. Even the builders can use every grenade, so that's fun. You start getting attacked, you start losing guys, and then you just throw like 8 grenades or 10 grenades, you know. Yeah, without these horse guys, I probably would have been pushed back even further. Yeah, these horse guys can kill commanders if you get lucky. So here's my hellhounds coming out. Yeah, I think hellhounds are the way to go, just because of the area of effect damage. And they hurt morale, which is super useful. Yeah, screamers are ridiculous. They're a very strong early unit. Screamers are demons. Looks like he's flanking over here. Got more demons over here. This is more like a Death Guard thing. Yeah, you can't really do this because demons, they lose morale and health when they're away from their portals. So you have to put demons near their portals. So demons are pretty bad at scouts. You can't really scout with demons. So yeah, it looks pretty bad for me. But every unit I lost was like 50 points. So I wasn't too worried about it. Here's the first vehicle. So it doesn't do crazy damage, but the area of effect damage. See, he's hitting like 4 people at once, and that's why I'm buying them. Because the computer tends to run away a lot, I need to make tanks that can hit more than one guy. Because most of the time I'm defending the other computers. I got to go around defend everyone. Yeah, the morale damage is really useful, surprisingly. Even like the level 5 units, once they lose morale, they're pretty useless. And you can unlock that level 3 Hellhound ability at level 2, which lets you put like a fire grenade wherever you want. So I'm going to be putting fire grenades everywhere with these guys. So even with 3 tanks, they're almost destroyed. These tanks here, they're going down slowly. So I gotta be careful. I'm not really micromanaging them. I'm really trying to get. You really want to tech up in this game. Just you know, if you have nukes, if you have nukes in a game, you pretty much want to get the nukes as quickly as you can. Here I am getting the builder upgrades again. This is basically my build order that I've been enjoying. These tanks here are like 200 resources, so they're dirt cheap. It just takes forever for them to pop out, so they're not my favorite. I don't use them all the time. See, they're doing pretty good building damage. They're a very good generic unit. Buildings, infantry, you know, whatever you want. See, I made it so it's shooting like 3 guns at once. I got the building, or the tank upgrades. The tank upgrades are dirt cheap, so there's no point in not getting them. And these are all, these are like the free units, the 50-point units. They're not actual guardsmen. The actual guardsmen have like, I think they shoot 20 damage each. Oh, I think so. Yeah. So the actual guardsmen are like 3 times stronger. But the actual guardsmen are a lot more expensive. So I don't use them as often. I got the colonel out. The colonel has a really useful ability to where he can boost morale whenever. It's basically the commissar ability to execute. But he doesn't need to be. He just needs to be close to the guardsman. He doesn't need to be attached. So having that morale boost is pretty useful. It's not a permanent morale boost, so you gotta be careful with it. You can do the morale boost and then your army dies, you know. You gotta be pretty careful with that. Oh yeah, here's the Sentinel. They made Sentinels a lot better. And pretty much everyone has Sentinels. They're a lot of fun. They're a lot more fun in this mod. Sentinels can have like, you can choose one of 8 weapons. and Sentinels have like 5 upgrades. None of them are like overpowered. But yeah, Sentinels are great in this mod. And here's one of the Inquisition assassins. The Inquisitions like to use assassins. And here's just a bunch of demon crap going on. These things here are awesome. I'd love to buy one of these and put it in my room. I know they sell these. But yeah, these things are awesome. Yeah, my tanks are slowly going down, but I'm not controlling them, so. And these turrets here are ridiculous. These turrets here kept killing my like level 5 units. So demon turrets are just absolutely ridiculous. If you think Necron turrets were overpowered, demon turrets are even more overpowered. This assassin is doing like no damage. But yeah. Flamethrower demons, you know. I think my first Baneblade should be coming out pretty soon. Looks like I got the health upgrade for the commanders. So all my commanders should have at least like 1500 health. Yeah, they all have at least 1500 health. So that's nice. It's a lot better than 700. See, that's the fire grenade right there. And right here, this is the other fire grenade. My commander's almost dead. 3 squads of sisters was enough to almost kill him. And this is why I don't buy guardsmen, because the computer will make an army so strong that it doesn't matter what you have. They'll just kill it. See, I think sisters are pretty weak until they get the missionary. They don't get the missionary right away. But once they get the missionary, that's when they become scary. And here's a bunch of like demon stuff going on. Here's a Inquisition Dreadnought. Looks pretty cool. I like the design of it a lot. Yeah, even the Dreadnoughts go down pretty quick. Dreadnoughts are like garbage in this game. They're just too slow. They're just too slow compared to the tanks. Tanks are just so much better than Dreadnoughts. Yeah, melee units are just not that good in this game, or this mod. The sister melee units are pretty good, but other than oh, my colonel died. That's depressing. Yeah, I could have used a colonel morale boost right there, and that would have helped me win that fight. I think I have the level 2. Yeah, I have the level 2 guys. I'm starting to make a forward base over here. There's not a lot of space for a forward base, so I can't make it. I can't go all out with it. I gotta make important choices. So I start out with the earthquake buildings, so I can at least earthquake these girls, get some kills. Yeah, so we got Demon and Inquisition over here, and I'm allies with Demon and Inquisition. So this is like a mirror match. What's weird is, even though this is a mirror match, they'll make completely different units, even though it should be the same, you know, the same scripting, the same programming. So it's so weird that they make different units. I don't even know why. Like, I don't know if they adjust to your playstyle or what, but they make different units even though they're the same computer. So I don't know how that works. Oh, I actually get pushed back. So yeah, my focus right now is make tanks, but I have nothing to protect the tanks. So yeah, I really gotta protect my tanks. The tanks are like 500 resources, so they're not, you know, too much. But I do need to make like 6 of them. So that's like 2,000 resources right there. And here is just a bunch of, you know, stuff happening. That's what I like about this mod is you'll just see stuff happening and you just kind of turn your brain off. And I enjoy that. In Soulstorm, you need the micro like crazy. In this mod, you can kind of just turn your brain off, which I enjoy. Let's say I made the Colonel again. The rally ability is really good. The command squad ability, not that great, honestly. Getting the command squad at like level 3 is kind of useless. He's good at scout, but he's not good for anything else. He's a really good scouting unit. So yeah, I'm starting to get my actual tanks now, and they're already almost dead. They have like 6 upgrades, and it takes forever. Like each research takes like 2 minutes. So you'll buy the upgrade, and then like 2 minutes later it'll be done. So they take forever to upgrade. So you'll pretty much never see them fully upgraded. Let's see. Okay, it looks like I got the Commissar upgrade. I just because I have so many resources, I just bought everything. 14,000 resources is enough to buy pretty much anything in this game, even like level 6 stuff. Oh, and this yellow numbers here, those are your relic points, and you use those relic points to buy your like level 5 units. So relic points are pretty important. Here I try the, I wasn't really microing this, but I was trying to cause some damage. If I would have destroyed this one turret, I think I would have been fine. But because I ignored this turret for so long, I think everything dies, which is really frustrating. I basically lost everything. Oh, and they got Emperor's Touch too. So yeah, this didn't go as planned. This entire army here died to like 2 squads, which is depressing. See, I made a forward base. I got my Bane Blades coming out. And you see how fast my tanks died, so I had little hope for my Bane Blades. Yeah, in this mod, Bane Blades aren't your ultimate unit anymore. They're like, they're still strong, but they're way at the bottom now of your strong units. Instead of, what was I gonna say? I think, no, I was gonna say, yeah, you unlock these at level 4. And a little bit of a brain fart there. I just made the basic tanks because I'm not experienced. I've been playing this mod a lot, but there's so many tanks in this game that I haven't tried them all out, and it's really hard to, you know, read everything. So I just make the basic tanks. Let's say I got Ogrins now. You do unlock Ogrins, but they're like 600 points a squad. And even with this much resources, 600 points squad is quite a bit. So yeah, during fights like these, I kind of just turn my brain off. It is a spectacle though. Here's a demon defiler. Those things are cool. Demon defilers are pretty cool. I think I do nuke the demons just because I got tired of their turrets. Yeah, this Baneblade didn't last long. This is what I mean by ability spam. They're spamming like all this stuff. And it's just really frustrating. But yeah, Baneblades are like, I think they're like 500 points or 500 resources or something like that. And because I have so many points, I can make a lot of them. Now sisters are actually pushing me back. Sister units have very low health, but they have high damage. So that's something you need to watch out for. Oh yeah, Imperial Guard doesn't really have any detectors. Because you don't get a command squad until like level 3. Invisible units are actually a big problem. You don't really get detectors until way later. So that's a huge pain. One thing you can do is you can upgrade a turret into a sonar, and the sonar turret will give you increased vision, which is actually very useful. Having increased vision is really nice. Yeah, even though this is looking bad, we do win this one, so don't worry about that. See, this is my first Ogrins. Ogrins have a lot of health, as you can see, 15,000. And their numbers are pretty good. So Ogrins are a lot better in this mod. They have more health than the commanders. I finally unlocked my commander detector. Then you got the bigger demons. A lot of just random bull crap, basically. This is definitely when I turn my brain off. When I see stuff like this. This here, all this fighting, this is why I play the mod. This is what I enjoy. I wish Soulstorm was like this. When I play Soulstorm online, it's just hiding and spam. This stuff here is what I enjoy. This back and forth. Even this late in the game, I'm still using the 50-point units. It's just way too hard to micro the more expensive units. So I just don't bother with them. I bet there's people out there who can micro them. That's kind of why the computer is pretty scary. They can make the, like more expensive units and actually micro them. Okay. Oh, I unlocked the general speech. Yeah, for some reason the general speech is an upgrade in the armory. Like, you have to go to the armory and get it, which is kind of weird. Like a general speech being in the armory. So yeah, this is just a demon like mirror match. Yeah, they're melee only, but their vehicles are really good. their commander is amazing. Demons have really strong commanders, and their turrets are ridiculous. So, even though they're melee only, they're pretty ridiculous at times. Yeah. Let's see. I want to see what's going on over here. I finally got my artillery going, my actual artillery. They're very expensive, so that's why I'm kind of babysitting them. Okay, looks like demons have most of the control points. I got the Titan building unlocked, so I can start making Titans now. And I got my big old generator. Looks like it's almost done. I think I have one guy working on it. There we go. Really big generator. Yeah, even after a half hour, I'm still getting upgrades, which is kind of crazy to think about. Yeah, these demon vehicle things are awesome to look at. Yeah, I just made the basic Bane Blade instead of the variants because I don't know what worked against demons. I didn't know if they had vehicle armor or infantry armor. I didn't know what kind of armor they had, so I just didn't bother. I didn't bother getting it. See, like this stuff here, I make mistakes during this. And the AI, the computer gets stuck a lot, so you'll see that very often. They love getting stuck, which is why I don't play the small maps. The small maps are basically impossible because everyone just gets stuck, and you it's pretty much impossible to have fun on those maps. Yeah. Oh, another thing about this mod, or my build order, I do make assassins. Assassins don't do high damage, and they're not that great. But assassins have this ability where they can see farther in the map, like increased vision. So they're really, really good scouts. Oh, here's a nuke. That's the first one. I think I shoot 3 of them during this match. Yeah, that's the first nuke. And demons started to really annoy me, so I use it against the demons. Now the computer is pretty good at rebuilding what was lost, so don't worry about that. They will rebuild. I just got really tired of all the turret shenanigans. I finally got past this stupid corner, so I'm pretty happy about that. Now I'm really teleporting my guys around. I think some of my commanders died. It's not as big of a list, so I'm starting to lose some fights. So even with the nuke, it's not a guaranteed win, but it does slow them down by quite a bit. And I think it was 40,000 resources, but I got, a lot, so I wasn't too worried about it. Yeah, Imperial Guard, which is like a, they focus in long range, and then you got the demons who focus in close range. So it's a pretty good combo. Oh, and you still need to make like heavy weapon teams, because heavy weapon teams are pretty much your only source of anti-vehicle. So even with all this stuff going on, you still need heavy weapon teams every now and then. Yeah, these stupid corner. Oh yeah, this is a sister turret. This thing's awesome. I can't even be mad at it. And they're really cheap too. I think they're like 200 resources. For 200 resources, you get this. It's kind of hard to look at because it's pretty bright, but it's pretty cool. Oh yeah, you got this purple. I don't even know what this is, to be honest with you. I know it's a demon thing, but I don't know what it is. I only played demons like once, cause my computer. There we go. I gotta adjust my hand. There we go. Yeah, I'm not using a table for my hand. I'm using a pillow, and I gotta adjust it every now and then. Yeah, I got one of each artillery. I got 3 artillery units. I got one of each. I don't know which one's the best one, so I just kind of made all of them. I'm pretty sure this one here, the Medusa, this is the most expensive one. I don't know if it's the best one, but it's the most expensive. So there you go. And normally I don't spam Ogrins, but they are my most expensive unit. And I do have just tons of resources. Oh, here comes the second nuke. Imperial Guard. Sorry about that. Imperial Guard has access to nuke launchers. So that's fun. And I just really wanted this guy out of the game, because I just got tired of all this purple smoke, basically. So I shoot this thing. I think the nuke and the nuke launcher, they both do the same thing. I don't think the nukes are different. I probably didn't get that many kills, but I just really wanted it out of the game. Oh, there's a general speech. Hold on. I used the general speech because I thought I was gonna win after that. I don't know if you can hear it. Yeah, it's hard to hear the general speech. What it does is gives your units like 3 times morale, and it slowly drains your opponent's morale. That's all it does, but it's very useful. Yeah, just a lot of shenanigans. Oh, I got the super Baneblade. The Baneblade on steroids. So that's pretty cool. Oh, and I got the Titan. I think it was too slow though. I think the game ended before it showed up. Yeah, I do have the Titan. I could have bought the most expensive Titan, but the most expensive Titan takes like forever to pop out. so I didn't bother with it. This is a nice fight here. I wanted a decap, but they kept getting stuck on something. Just not sure what it was. Oh, here's my commander tank. This thing's a beast. Yeah, so I sent 2 Bane Blades over here, and I sent most of my army over here. I just really want to get demons out of the game, because I just got tired of their turret shenanigans. And here I couldn't really find the turrets, so a lot of my guys die. And I think I do teleport a builder. I start building on their near them. See these guys here, these are the sister melee units, and they're actually pretty good. They're like level 3, but they're pretty good. Yeah, just a lot of shenanigans. Yeah, Inquisition Lane Raider. Yep, more demon fights. That was cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, I pretty much win here. They have no army, so I just gotta wait for them to get their morale back and finish them off. Yeah, and these demon guys were protecting my Bane Blades, so my Bane Blades were free to do whatever they wanted. So that's nice. Oh, this was a misclick. I sent my artillery over here. They went over here instead. I wanted to take out the Inquisition, but for some reason my my artillery went over here. And it's really annoying because these things are like, these things here cost the same as a Bane Blade, and almost died just on the way on the journey. So yeah, that's frustrating. See here, I have no idea what's hitting my guys. I just can't. I have no idea. There's just so much crap going on. It's pretty much impossible to play this mod perfectly, because there's just so much crap going on. I think my Titan finally showed up, but I don't think it kills anything. I'm buying the upgrades, but the upgrades, you don't have to buy them. Yeah, Titans are really good at long range combat, but the moment an enemy gets close, the Titan gets stuck, and it doesn't have a way to kill it. They're good at long range only, so that's something you need to watch out for. The cheaper Titans have machine guns instead of these lasers, so the cheaper Titans are actually better at close range combat. But yeah, basically Titans are they're really good at killing tanks, and they're good at long range fighting, but you can't use them as close range units. Yeah, they still have low morale for some reason. Alright, well, Sisters is out of the game, looks of it. Yeah, but Sisters end up getting the most points because I kept messing up. It looks like the Inquisition is almost out of the game too. Oh, and I do end up building this. This is like my ultimate. This is my ultimate building that you can make. It's like a level 8 building. It cost me like everything to make it, and I can actually upgrade it 3 times. But the final upgrade, I couldn't even buy it. That's how expensive it is. I couldn't even buy the final upgrade. It was out of my price range. Alright, looks like Inquisition's out of the game. Yeah, this thing is awesome.
It can now fire at any acquired coordinates.
Ready to serve.
Yeah, it's great.
Ready to serve.
Shooting this, I guess. See, the level 8 building is doing more damage than the demons. So that's cool.
We're under fire.
Yeah, you can upgrade it so it shoots bigger shells, but it's pretty much impossible to get that upgrade because it costs like everything. I think it costs like 50,000 resources to get the bigger shell. Yeah, I love this thing. The problem is, almost every time I build it, the game crashes. And I don't think it's because of this. I think it's because there's just so much stuff on screen that the game crashes. So yeah, every time I build it, it crashes. So yeah. So yeah, and that was it. So I got my nuke launcher here. I still have heavy weapon teams, because even this deep in the game, you still need heavy weapon teams. And these artillery buildings, you can upgrade them like 4 times, so that's fun. They're pretty affordable. They're like 600 resources. So that's not too bad for what they do. So like at the cost of 3 Earthshakes, you get a building that just Earthshakes all the time. So that's fun. But it shoots so slowly that it's not that big of a deal. There's my super tank. I love this thing.
Test us on the enemy.
I make this thing every time. I could have bought the bigger Titan. Like this Titan's actually pretty small. I could have bought the bigger one, and yeah. Yeah. Every faction has access to this. Space Marine has one of these. Sisters has one of these. Every faction has one of these. So this thing isn't unique. So there you go. Alright, and that's the end of it. I just want to show you that clip because I did end up making like everything basically. Yeah, I got the highest score. I didn't get the most kills. I got a respectable amount of kills. I got more kills than the demons, so that's cool. Probably from the nukes. I think that's how it goes. I usually get like 200 kills, and then I use the nukes, and my kills go way up. So that's cool. Yeah, 98 buildings destroyed. That's pretty crazy. Yeah. It seems like sisters do very well against guard. I don't know if they're like a hard counter, so I don't know. They do pretty well against guard. So yeah, this is a fun mod. I recommend it. It's free. Thanks for watching. Alright, thanks for watching. I got 2 more I can record, but I think that's it for me today. I think I'm gonna go touch grass. So, thanks for watching.